Okay, so in the beginning of the book, you have focused on a woman singer by the name of Kavisingh. Can you tell us something about her?
Kavisingh, so my book is divided into three sections. There are three different characters whose lives I follow for 4 years. And as I said, I started off, looking at music as Hindutva music, as one form of popular culture. But then I realized that the story doesn't really end there. Music is not the only form of popular culture that was weaponized by the Hindu right wing. And I slowly realized that there were other forms like poetry and like book publishing, right? And these are all forms that we generally associate with a very benign sort of purpose. The purpose largely can be entertainment. It can sometimes be giving information, but nothing more. But here I found a world which was, weaponizing these forms of popular culture. Kavisingh, the first character of the three, is a 25, 26-year-old singer from Haryana. Her father is a Haryanvi singer, and one fine day she's cooking and she's humming a song, and by then she's only a beauty treatment. She works at a cosmetic parlor and she's delivering beauty treatments, and she's singing and she's humming a song, and her father says, "Oh, you can sing, beta aap ga sakte ho." And so the next morning she's in a studio, and just days after that, there is the Pulwama terror attack that happens, right? For all of you who remember it, in 2019, which is the worst sort of peacetime terror attack on India's paramilitary forces. A lot of us in that moment are angry, we're outraged, we're asking questions as to how did a government which prides itself in keeping us secure, how did this happen under their watch? But in that moment of anger and confusion, Kavisingh stumbles upon a poem by a fellow poet, and she makes that into a song. The song is essentially, it's called Pulwama, and it's on YouTube, and you can go back and Google it. The song is essentially, saying that, the terror attack happened. Let's not ask questions of the government. Let's not blame Pakistan. Let's not blame the terrorist. Let's essentially blame the Muslims who are living amongst us, because they have been the ones who facilitated this. And overnight, the song becomes an absolute viral sensation. She becomes a celebrity overnight, and that is how a journey starts. So from Pulwama, she's now, she's about 5 years old, but she's got about 100 songs that have come out in the 5 years. She will have a song for every occasion in the right-wing ecosystem that you can think of. Right? You talk of Article 370, she has a song. You talk of this Hindu right-wing belief that Muslims are outnumbering them. She has a song on how there should be a law to control Muslim population. She will have a song on how Muslims are taking away Hindu women and Hindu girls, and the song is called Love Jihad. She has a song for that. She has a song for every occasion that there is, and for every conspiracy that there is also, to in some ways legitimize the conspiracy and keep peddling it forward.
So, who's writing the lyrics for all these songs?
So, as I said, the first song was by another Haryanvi poet, but then she sort of started getting her father, who was also a singer, to write some of these words, and it's reached a point now where she writes most of her songs. Her latest song is how Modi should be re-elected and he should get 400 seats in the elections that are coming up. So now she's writing most of her songs herself.
Yeah, I also saw a video. So can you tell something about her attire? I found that very interesting.
Yeah. So I mean, when she launched herself as a singer, her husband and her father were planning every nitty-gritty of what she should be like. So they were planning what her attire should be like, what her personality should be like, and then what she's now achieved is that she basically wears, and I say that she tries to resemble Narendra Modi. She wears a kurta, she wears a pajama, she will wear a Nehru kurta, or a Modi kurta as we call it in New India, and she wears a pagdi sometimes. So this is her attire. She is possibly one of the few female singers in this masculine world of Hindutva, and in the masculine world of Hindutva pop. But it's very interesting that she feels the need to dress up like a man, right? And she has to show masculine tendencies, where she says that when she becomes Kavisingh and she becomes a character in her head, when she's wearing these clothes, she becomes a different person. So she says I don't take no for an answer. I will not have anyone talking to me in an insulting tone, and so on and so forth. So there are a set of rules that she follows once she becomes Kavi Singh, and a lot of it has to do with the attire.
Yeah, also, I found it interesting that she was friends with Muslims earlier. And then what made this change come? Also, a drastic change.
So I think in our liberal world, we often, you sort of harbor certain conceptualizations of what makes someone, sort of lean towards the right wing and so on and so forth. One of the things that I did in my book very, with a very sort of determined focus was to try and understand what I call, Shevlin, the point of radicalization, right?